Hey bros, we're going to a Giants game at Oracle Park.
This is the 7th stadium we've been to, and welcome to San Fran.
It's our last stadium in California.
And welcome to San Fran.
Go Giants!
Go Giants.
How do you feel about this?
We're really excited.
Go Giants! Hey bros, we're about to go to our tour.
See you in there.
Hey bros, we're at a Giants game.
We are going to a tour, and then we are going to the game. The game will be at nighttime, so stay tuned and watch.
Go Giants!
Go Giants.
Gorgeous day. Ballpark looks beautiful. It's a game tonight. Anybody going to the game tonight? Great. So, there's a seagull getting ready to poop on your garlic. Oh, it's a pelican. Yeah, boom. Looking for garlic fries. Okay, so we're going to take you.
All right.
Why do we have events here? How are they introducing me?
Hey, folks, let Bill, the tour guide, through. So first go to the right, come on in.
had a good time though, that was old bars. You guys
Come on in and grab a seat. That's where you are. I introduced you inside. I appreciate it. Come on in here. This is our history tunnel. So, for example, in New York over here, from 1883 to 1957, and then the history in San Francisco on those two walls you just walked on. And then on these two walls, we have our 8 World Series championships. And second is the St. Louis Cardinals in the National League, and the Yankees at 127. Got a long ways to go there. We won 5 in New York, and 3 in San Francisco. 8 World Series championships. This wall, two walls, we have our 8 World Series championships. And second is the St. Louis Cardinals in the National League, and the Yankees at 127. We get a long ways to go there. We won 5 in New York and 3 in San Francisco, as you saw in the video. So these are our, commemorates the great players we had in the Giants uniform. These lower tombstones are all the players that are in the Hall of Fame as Giants, as the Giants' main team. And we have 25 of them, which is second to the Yankees with 27. So we're second. The circles up there are players who played for the Giants that are in the Hall of Fame, but their principal team is not the Giants. In the combination of these two, there are more players in the Hall of Fame that wore a Giants uniform than any other team, even more than the Yankees. So we have a lot of great players wearing the Giants uniform. We're going into level 1 of the ballpark here. When the Reds arrived, and I think we might have passed 2 of the players in the hallway there. When they arrived, their bus will pull in just outside here, and they'll come down this hallway and go to their clubhouse. We can't go in there because they got their stuff in there. But this is how they get into the ballpark, and this is level 1 of the ballpark. And that's the field level, and we're gonna go to the field. Reds are getting ready to come out on the field. Please get off the grass, off the grass. So if you want a photo with the field behind you, I'm happy to take it. Korea. Jung-hoo Lee. Great.
Go ahead. You're good.
Am I good?
You're good.
It's like the airplane. You can't live without us. Might be on the wrong side. Oliver. Good job, Mom.
Air pipes. Water pipes obviously to irrigate. Air pipes do two things. One is if it rains, not today, if it rains, they can actually suck the water out of the field and dry it fast. The other is when we have concerts here, and you saw that in the video, they cover the field with mats and they put chairs on there. They can actually puff the grass back up and they take the mats off with the air pumps. Very sophisticated system. This is Kentucky bluegrass. It's a cool season grass. Not today. Again, this is a really warm San Francisco day, which we get a lot of. But if you came here for the fog, you're going to be disappointed because it's not fog. They take really good care of it. They have a ground crew of 60 that takes care of this grass. I'm going to point out the Levi's Landing sign over there, and underneath that, there are two archways. I know some of you have tickets for the game tonight. Some of you don't. Those of you who don't, you can watch 3 innings of baseball for free. Side of the wall and line up, and the Giants security guards, people like Marty, will let you into that area under the Levi's Landing sign to watch 3 innings of baseball for free, and at the end of 3 innings they'll move you out and let another group in. So it's an expensive ballpark, the seats are expensive. Giants wanted anybody to be able to watch the Giants play, and so that's what we call the knothole section, in the honor of when we had wooden fences, people would punch the knotholes out and watch the game through the fence. Now we actually created a place where people can watch the game for free. And so if you don't have tickets, come back. The answer to most questions I might ask that involve numbers is 24. How many levels are there in the ballpark?
3.
5, not 24. I didn't get anybody. I was trying to get somebody to say 24. Nobody said that. No, we have 5 levels. We'll visit them all. Let's see, what else are there? We're going to have another stop here. You can see the flags really well from here, and when we get up high. You can see all those black and white flags? Those are for the New York Giants National League pennants. Those are all the National League pennants of the New York Giants. On top of the scoreboard, you see the flags. Those are for the 8 World Series championships of the Giants franchise. 5 in New York and 3 in San Francisco. And we've already got a flag up there for the one we're going to win in October. I know, it's a joke. Actually, it says 1883 on it in honor of the founding. Splash hit, 103. So we've had 103 splash hits. Those are hits by Giants that go home runs, that go over the whole structure there. So they go over the arcade, which is 24 feet wide, 24 feet high. They go over the public sidewalk, and they get into the water. And you'll see that when we get up high, just how far they have to go. Only left-handed batters have had made splash hits. The Giants have made about 70 of those, 75 of those. Barry Bonds hit 35 of them. And the other teams have made about 70 as well. So the Giants and the other teams are about even, and then we have Barry Bonds at 35.
Just annihilated it, but right to the second baseman who turned it into a double play the first time he faced him. Bond swings, and there it goes. It's headed for the coming cove. It is gone, a home run.
The last splash hit. You slide forward. Yeah, I'll slide forward. I got it. The Giants catcher hit the ball over all of that, and it landed directly in a kayak. Two people were sitting there waiting for a ball to land in the water, and it literally landed right between them and the kayak. But it still counts as a splash hit, even though it didn't splash. But that's the first time that's right-handed batters are supposed to aim at. When the Giants first opened this ballpark, they were going to give $1 million to a fan the day that a batter hit that glove for the first time. Nobody's ever hit it, and that promotion is gone, so don't get excited. But it's 518 feet to the base of that glove. And even during the home run derby, when the All-Star game was here, nobody could hit that glove. Longest home run here is to center field, dead center field, Barry Bonds, 499 feet. 518 is just too much.
And Wade swings, and he hammers one deep to right field, down the line. Adios, pelota! And that is the 100th splash hit by a Giants player in the history of this ballpark.
That's the one we've all been waiting for.
Getting ready for batting practice. Getting ready for batting practice. If we steal all the Reds' balls, maybe that we'll win tonight. If you look at this ballpark, the way it's oriented is to block the wind. The wind generally comes from that direction where the ocean is. And the ballpark is oriented to maximize the blockage, to make it comfortable. When you do that, and you start building seats down here, you run into where that wall is, that's the bay, and that's as far as you can go. So if you start counting sections on this side, on that side, there's a lot more seats on the third base side than the first base side. So the Giants are over there because under the seats is where you have your clubhouse, your batting cage, your offices, things like that. So the Giants are over there because there's more room over there. They can have more spacious facilities. That's why they're over there. The dugouts, otherwise, are identical. They're just identical. There's 3 phones in each one. There's a phone to the bullpen. The bullpens are out behind the center field wall. There's a phone to the press box, which is up there. We'll go there as part of the tour. And then a phone to the clubhouse, where they can talk to the person who's watching the game on TV and decide whether to challenge. So those are the 3 things. Otherwise, in the dugout. These are not anchored to the landfill. These are anchored to the bottom of San Francisco Bay. So they go 60 feet through the landfill down to what was the historic bottom of the bay. So this ballpark is anchored to the historic bottom of the bay. It's really anchored to the earth. We think that it will be fine in a major earthquake. I hope we don't find out today.
Yes, please.
is one of the greatest, if not the greatest player that ever played the game. He had 660 home runs. That's not the record. But as I like to point out, there are two things that limited his home runs. One was he missed 2 seasons when he was drafted in the U.S. Army during the Korean War. And he easily would have hit 80 home runs. They were in his prime, and he could easily have hit 80 home runs in those 2 years. And that alone would put him in record territory. And then he played most of his career at Candlestick Park. It was a terrible place for right-handed batters to hit home runs because the wind blew very strongly from left field to right field, and you could hit a home run ball to left field and it would be a fly ball. And Willie still hit 660 home runs, and in fact changed his swing to hit to right center so that he gets some wind carry. If he played in a neutral ballpark, he would have hit a ton more home runs there. So great hitter, great base stealer, great fielder, just a tremendous overall athlete, the great Willie Mays. And the ballpark is named after him, and his statue is out there. And how many palm trees are there at Willie Mays Plaza? 24. Very good. You guys are paying attention. Very good. We got 24 palm trees.
This will knock off California.
Six months.
I've done roof cross, red rag, and all that. 3 in Atlanta. I did Harvard Tech. Trying to go back to do blow blind. So I've only done 4 ballparks here, Oakland. Welcome to our beautiful ballpark. It's a really well designed ballpark, and the setting is. So let me just point out some stuff here. First of all, see there's a flag there, all the New York Giants National League guys. Orange flag down at the far end is all the San Francisco Giants National League pennants and division championships. And then the flags on the top of the scoreboard. A lot of flags. Cubby Cove over there behind the Bank of America sign. We're closer to that at our next stop. That's a real San Francisco cable car. You can actually go sit in there during the game. You'll just ring the bell when the Giants hit a home run. If you ring the bell when the Reds hit a home run, you'll end up being a splash hit. 4-1. He also has the 2nd highest lifetime batting average in the history of baseball. There's nobody's ever hit that. It's really amazing. Number 1, Ted Williams. And he's the last one. He's the last one to hit 400. The number 2 guy, nobody knows. But he's number 1 in the National League. But nobody knows. 27, Juan Marichal. I'm going to talk about Juan Marichal. That's my era when the Giants in the 1960s. Juan Marichal, one of the greatest pitchers of all time. He was the winningest pitcher in the 1960s. Tremendous contributor. Pitched in the greatest pitching duel in baseball history. In 1963, he and Warren Spahn, another Hall of Famer, at Candlestick Park, got into a pitching duel. After 15 innings, they were both still pitching, and it was nothing to nothing. 15 innings. At the top of the 16th, Marichal retired the Braves. 16 innings, Marichal pitched nothing to nothing. As he walked off the field in the 16th inning, he told Willie Mays that he thought he was gassed, and he just didn't. He walked out in the bottom of the 16th inning, hit a home run, and the Giants won 1-2. That was an incredible game. That'll never be done again. They don't let pitchers do that. Marichal pitched over 227 pitches and won 1-2. So, tremendous pitcher, the great Juan Marichal.
So is the right side one the Giants bullpen? Or
Yeah, where the Adobe sign is, Connequin.
because we're in the middle of our tour and just check out this view.
It's a really cool view, and go Giants.
Across in front of those steps, there's a statue. Hard to see. William McNubby statue. Willie Mays is in Willie Mays Plaza. McNubby would have hit lots of home runs. Maybe a lot of them. That building is an apartment house. You want to live where you can get a view of the ballpark? So this is the suite level, level 4 of the ballpark, S-U-I-T-E. At a game like tonight, with the Reds, Giants haven't been playing that well, you might be able to rent a suite for like $2,000 for 20 people. $100 a person, not terrible. Most of the suites are rented by the season by corporations, but several of them are available to rent by the game, including Suite 1, which we're going to go into, which is in honor of Tony Bennett. And that's one that might be a couple thousand for tickets. On Monday night, when the Dodgers are here, it could be 10,000 for the same suite. So,
Wow.
Value price.
Morning sun, late afternoon sun.
SWE for tonight, somebody obviously has. A good view of the park and the buildings over there. Cubby Cove. View. Pretty exciting. Yes, you see no fog. So I want to point out a couple of other things here. The 91 sign in center field, you can see greenery. We're actually growing food there. The Giants use urban gardening techniques to grow vegetables and herbs, and they actually use what's grown there in the food that they sell in the ballpark. Hunter Pence, great Giant, who was on our World Series team, he loved organic gardening and organic food, and he encouraged the Giants to put that there. It was just a parking lot for a bunch of equipment before, and that was put there. And I think I've talked about most of what you see here from up above us. So the seats right above us are very inexpensive, actually, and have the same view. These suites this is obviously really a nice suite because it is on 3 prongs on the pipes. That is to keep the birds from landing there. Up yours, tour guide. Look at that. There's a bird right there. So they get in here, and of course, during the game, we eat a lot here, and there's all sorts of food rows to protect the people in these suites from the birds getting on those railings. But as you can see, it doesn't always work.
But that bird's found a spot where there isn't any needles. Anyway. And down the next level below where the windows are, they're kind of hidden. That's the press box. We'll go in there, into the press box. But that's where the broadcast booths are, right behind home plate. Middle. In our 5 levels. This is a club level, like the very first little place we went to. Seats are a little wider, a little bit more leg room, and you have this indoor area for your food and your beverages. The other advantage of this area for the Giants is this is an all-weather area, and they can rent the ball. Silicon Valley companies will hold Christmas parties here, holiday parties here, and they rent the whole ballpark. And all. Anyway, this is a really nice party space. That's all weather. We can see there's players out there warming up, stretching. Broadcast moves on. Really good ballpark.
Who wants to get a crab sandwich?
This museum this year, the theme, not including this exhibit, but the theme is what did baseball players do after they stopped playing baseball? And there's a bunch of different baseball players shown, and what their careers were after they stopped playing baseball. Not tremendously interesting. Some of them became real estate agents, But anyway, that's what's here. This exhibit's really cool. This is the trophy for the most valuable player in the World Series. And it was won by Madison Bumgarner in 2014. And on that trophy is Willie Mays. The Giants aren't the only one that think he's great. And so that's the trophy. That's Willie making the catch in the 1954 World Series. That's what's being depicted there. And that's the trophy. And Mad Bum, of course, won it in 2014. Incredible pitching performance. Basically won 3 games for the Giants out of the 4 they won. Great player. We have a bunch of New York Giant players in the Hall of Fame. That's Willie Mays, Willie McCovey, Orlando Cepeda, Juan Marichal, and Gaylord Perry. McCovey and Cepeda were rookies of the year at first base. Cepeda in 58, McCovey in 59. And I think we have some St. Louis folks here. Cepeda ended up at the St. Louis Cardinals because they didn't need 2 great first basemen. They both ended up in the Hall of Fame. They were both rookies of the year, just 1 year apart. Mike Marichal, I talked about earlier. Gaylord Perry, big guy, really big guy in baseball. He wrote a book after he finished playing baseball called Me and the Spitter. They never actually caught him doctoring the baseball, but he did all these things with his mouth and his hands to make it look like he was doctoring the baseball. They never actually caught him doing it. You can see he's a very big, strong guy. He won the Cy Young Award in both leagues. He was one of the first players to ever do that. And you can see how big he is. So there's a story, it's a true story. Alvin Dark, his manager, was watching him do batting practice when he was a rookie. And a reporter walked up to him and looked at him and said, he's going to hit a lot of home runs. And Alvin Dark said, no, look at that swing. He'll be a man on the moon before he hits a home run. In 1963, the Giants were playing a game at Candlestick on the day the United States landed men on the moon. And 3 hours after Neil Armstrong walked on the moon, Gaylord Perry hit a home run. That's a true story. Didn't he just make it up? Anyway, you can see, big guy. These characters here, it's a good picture.
So what kind of...
What time do the gates open?
Every single bag of trash in this ballpark is hand sorted by a team of people to make sure that the engineers what materials they can use to put their food in so that it's all compostable and recyclable. Big effort by the Giants to minimize the amount of waste. All of that stuff. This ballpark is now LEED Platinum. It's the only LEED Platinum ballpark in baseball. And that's a sign that this is really energy efficient ballpark. job, and that's it for the first time. These are the actual trophies, not the 30 flags, one for each team in baseball. And so between this big post and that big post down there, when these windows hinge up, all these frames disappear. And this is wide open. So they have a really good view of the ballpark. They also get to smell food. They also get to hear the fans. I mean, they really get to experience it. Marty is good at this. He talks to the window, so you can see how it goes. But basically, you picture between the, and then they have video to watch the game as well. So it's a really great place to watch the game with no obstructions at all. And Marty will stand there the whole game and hold it up.
When's the salary goes on?
Oh, okay. Anyway, so they hook, you can see where it hooks up there, and so they lay flat across here. So one of the factors that's involved here is what they're supposed to wear. They're not supposed to wear team colors. They're not supposed to wear black and orange. They're not supposed to wear red for the Reds. They're supposed to be neutral. This is a workspace, not a fan space, and they don't want members of the press acting like members of Congress and fighting with each other. So it's an orderly workspace, and I don't know whether they follow those rules or not because I'm not allowed to enter during spots. Rules people, baseball. So. And the Giants will have food here. They feed the media. They try to get good press. They give them a good spot to sit, and they try and they feed them and hope that they write nice stories about the Giants. Thank you.
No alcohol is allowed in here. It's basically an open business office.
So very nice and fresh.
Second base for 75 inning of Brandon Russell. That's why it's more expensive. Yes. Mariners.
End of the tour. I hope you all had a good time. A wonderful day in San Francisco. No Giants tonight. Sorry, Red fans. No Giants. This is the dugout store. If you already bought something and you have a receipt, I think you can get a credit. Showing your wristband if you haven't bought something, and you do, and it's not on sale.
Go.
Hey bros, we just finished the Oracle Park tour. It was a great time, and we got to see like the dugout and stuff inside the baseball.
I think it's the coolest stadium I've ever been to. It's cool with the ocean in the background and everything else. It's just a really cool stadium.
And we got multiple cool things. I got a Matt Chapman jersey, Kyle Harrison rookie card relic,
I got socks and a Patrick Bailey jersey.
and we'll see you at the game.
See you at the game. Hey bro, we're at a Giants game.
It's gonna be Giants versus Reds. We're going for the Giants, so stay and watch.
Go Giants. Hey bro, here's our prediction for the Giants or Reds game.
Are you going?
Oh, okay. I think the Giants won 6-3. I think Logan Webb will have a really good game pitching, and I think that the Giants will score late. What do you think, Caleb?
I think the Giants are going to win 4-3. I think Logan Webb's going to do good, and then maybe the bullpen will get some runs. But I think the Giants are going to hit good.
See you at the game.
Go Giants!
And welcome to San Fran.
Go Giants!
Go Giants. Make sure to like, share, and